Hi. Oh my god. Okay, I'm doing Isaac. I thought I had something to open with there, but I turns out I didn't. Let's just play Isaac, and we're gonna go to Satan because I wanna. We got the Polaroid last run, and I kind of want to work towards the negative, so that for all of our future runs we have a little bit of choice going on, so that we can pick and choose as we desire. And I think that, Isaac just kind of makes sense as the character to, run stuff when it becomes available. I say when it becomes available. We've had Satan available for a while, and Shawl available for a while, but, we were prioritizing the Polaroid because we needed to unlock the D6, which we've done now, which is why I'm playing a lot more of the character of Isaac, because he's a lot of fun once he gets the D6. I'm gonna be pretty happy to take old Mushroom. I will say this much at the top of the video here. I'm dying or something, man. I'm falling apart right now. I'm ready to admit that I think I might be a little bit legitimately sick. I'm gonna try not to do that too much. If I feel my throat going a little this video, I'm gonna maybe just pause for a second and do my coughing. But I just felt a little one cropping up there. I will say what probably didn't help my situation. I was well aware that I was starting to experience infect. Easy. Let's do this. I kind of want to open this one. And I think we could also... I don't know if this is how it works. I don't know what the deal is with the super secret rooms, but if there was one, that would have been cool. We'll blow these up anyway. Can we pop a couple of pills? Yeah, sure, man. Bombs are key. That does very little for us. Tears up does a lot for us. I'm very happy with the way that shook out. But yeah, I was well aware at the start of the day that I was having some respiratory problems. It's nothing serious. I'm just a little bit wheezy and a little bit coughy. And, I think a little bit of that was noticeable on stream yesterday, because I did keep complaining about how blocked my nose was, and it was bothering me. But it wasn't, to a massive detriment. I was, mostly fine. I was just a little bit wheezy and coughy, which I'm not that fussed about. However, today, it's been a little more inhibiting. I'm going to roll this. I'm 50-50 on my decision. More bombs, good. Black heart, fine, I guess. I guess we can protect it with the blue heart here. But yeah, I made a pretty foolish decision, I think, which was I wanted to test if going for a run would kind of wake me up and energize me a bit for a recording, and by extension a stream, which, I do feel a little more energized, a little more awake. I got the blood pumping. So, I mean, in a sense... the experiment was a roaring success. In other elements, maybe less so. I suppose that's maybe to be expected sometimes when you're playing with science. That you may play God, but at what cost? Have I found the key to strengthening my resolve and deepening my supply of energy artificially? Yes. Well, not artificially, probably quite naturally. But you know what I mean, via some kind of manual means, rather than rather than getting my life on track, so to speak, and being generally healthier. Just going for one quick 10-minute run sends my body into enough shock that I'm whoa, okay, time to do some stuff, I guess. I got 20 minutes of juice in me now. And I'm sure that there will be no, long-term negative repercussions to, albeit exercising, but exercising in maybe quite an aggressive manner, to just shock your body regularly like this. It will, hopefully, over time, yield more positive results than I'm painting them in the form of just, having a little more stamina and a little more energy in a more general sense. If that could be the way that it goes, that would be super duper. Ooh. But, you know, I don't see that happening for a hot minute. I've gone through a lot of phases of running and jogging in my life. Or in my, you know, in my life, in the last few years of my life, I should say. As a kid, I was very against. I would say it's my late teens into, I'm going to roll this. I regret doing so. That I, you know, started to decide that I wanted to run more. And I'll be honest, like, as agonizing as I, a person who is not in very good shape, finds running, it is, like, a lot of fun. You know, if you find some good music and you are in at least, like, enough shape that you can manage the run sort of unassisted, then is pretty good. Let's see. I mean, I have to take it. There isn't enough on this floor for me to reroll. I do regret my decision, but you know, we can rebuild from here. I am glad that I did go for the run because I feel, you know, in all areas other than my sort of throat and chest, ow, I feel pretty good. Throat and chest, not so hot, ow, help, I'm losing all my HP. We do get a bonus when we take damage in a room though, so that's pretty good. But, like, yeah, I'm thinking that maybe, at least in the short term, like, once my breathing is back on track, I am... Oh, maybe I don't regret... I've had some time to think about the item, and I don't regret rerolling it anymore. I'm, like, fine with the decision to reroll. Yes, please. Let's check this. Gimpy, I can work with. I'll take Gimpy. And I think we'll just carry on. But yeah, I think maybe it worked for tonight. I'm gonna be okay. I'm a little wheezy. I'll see how I feel in the morning. I mean, yeah. I mean, no. Well, hold on a minute. Take. We can get the juice out of this. Roll. Yeah. Then we take. And then we roll it again. We're gonna bomb you once. Bomb you twice. 4-3 bombs is very nice. I don't think I'll be doing any more running until I'm feeling better, which hopefully is very soon. It's not often that I feel, like, legitimately sick. Well, it's fine, I guess. We could have preserved the one key. Hopefully we get another on this floor, so it'll kind of balances out, but... Anyways, not the end of the world. Oh my goodness. It caught me off guard. I let my guard down from desperately holding my coughs in, like that one meme. That meme, I don't think I saw it. The kid who's in, like, class at school, and he's, like, holding in a cough or something, and he's bright red and his veins are popping out of his neck. He's, like, desperately trying not to cough. Or maybe he's trying not to say something, I don't know. I'm sure that the meme was used in that kind of manner or format. But that thing, although I didn't see it, must have, like, really done the rounds at the start of the pandemic. I would choose to believe. Explosivo? Like, yeah, maybe. I'm gonna hold on to... I'm gonna roll for another book so we get book one. And then we'll see what the boss room yields. And we'll take Explosivo based on all of that, I think. At least we get Bookworm. I don't really care about using that, though. Like, a Book of Revelation would have been really crazy, though. But anyway. I'm hesitant to believe. And I also want to believe that it must have been... I'll do some research in a minute, or maybe for, like, next recording. Because I want to believe that it would have been like the Nirvana Baby situation. Where... Or maybe not exactly like the Nirvana Baby situation, but because I don't think that that's why they were suing. But I think maybe they were suing for other reasons that are still quite funny and silly, but, you know, there is maybe an element of... you could hazard a fleeting guess as to why. But if you were in that meme and then, you know, a global pandemic came around, you'd probably be looking to capitalize on that, right? You'd be like, I have made a decision in my life to become, you know, a kind of cultural icon, I suppose, that could stand to benefit me quite a lot now. Because I think one of the things that is quite easy to forget is that, like, some people who become a bit of a meme, they're quite ruthless about it, and they capitalize on it quite well. I think, like, the Cash Me Outside, How About That girl went on to become a person who did some other stuff. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to... Listen, here's the thing. I'm all about networking now. I don't know if you saw me streaming the other day. I'm all about networking. I'm not going to shut off the potential to do a collab with Bad Baby. That could be huge for me and my position in my career at some point in the future. And if her people go back through the Isaac videos and they're like, he was shit-talking Bad Baby all the way back in this video, in this old-ass Binding of Isaac video, that's not gonna fly. Can you chase me down real quick? There we go. Chase me down, chase me down. Oh my god, I fumbled the wrong key, and I very nearly didn't place a bomb. I think I managed to get through without taking any hits, though. Yep, we're pretty good. Missing page 2. 1 black heart, 1 down to 1 heart. Damages all enemies in the room. Black heart's necron among deal double damage. Let's check the devil deal. Okay. I think I like Explosivo more than I like this. More than I like Ocular Rift. So I'm going to reroll Ocular Rift. For Dark Matter, I'm pretty happy with. And then we take the Dark Matter. I think maybe we leave Missing Page even though we have Black Hearts, because I want to keep hold of some HP just in case of an emergency. And then we're going to come back down, get Explosiva. There's so much HP here that we could leverage if I weren't sitting on some Black Hearts, and if there were like a sacrifice room. Unfortunately, I just don't think we have the floor for it, but man, that would have been kind of nice to be able to utilize. Anyway, I think we've achieved all we can on this floor. We do have a bunch of bombs. Maybe we could look for a secret room, like maybe over here, towards the boss room. It does look possible. And it did not happen. There is nothing here. Maybe a super secret room here. There is. I wish I had checked this, because I could have used it on the Explosivo, maybe. Or actually, Ghost Baby. Nah. I'm not too fussed about Ghost Baby, especially not when we have any kind of other... We don't have any other kind of, like, familiar stuff going on in this build. It's literally just a book of a monster manual familiar that's about to be gone. But my questionable, decisions on how to handle sort of my body and its habits and its whims aside, other relevant news, I tidied up my living room today, which was a treat. It was kind of a mess because I haven't been spending a lot of time in there. But I got a lot of burps coming up here. And if you'll excuse me for one moment, I have no earthly idea where they've come from. I'm feeling a lot better now that I've kind of gotten that out of my system. What was I saying? I was tidying up my living room, and it's looking a lot better now. And I'm really glad that I did it for obvious reasons, but it's just, it takes me back to the, like, doing adult things conversation. Like, my carpet was a mess because I spilled potting supplies on it, and then I just kind of left it there. And I was like, man, I was tidying up and I was looking around the room, and I was like, man, I can't wait for all my, like, pictures and posters and things to arrive so I can get back to decorating my room. Maybe it's adult stuff, maybe it's, like, okay. Maybe it's just, like, Animal Crossing getting into my brain a little bit. There's just something therapeutic about being in control of a situation. Don't therapize yourself on a Wednesday. It's, we saved the therapy sessions for Sunday night right before you're headed to work, and you're like, why am I dreading this next, why am I dreading the coming day? And you're like, maybe it's because I was never really shown the affection I deserved as a child. That's no, I mean, like, that's probably not what it is. I could hazard a guess at what it is, but, we'll save that first thing Monday morning. Is that 2 Eternal Hearts? I sure hope so. Because I've picked one up now. I am out of my mind. I could have... I'm going to go back and check the video after this. Because I'm positive that there was an Eternal Heart in that room. And then I found another one in another room where there wasn't one previously. And then... I think I'm out of my mind. I actually have no idea what just happened. And I'm just praying that I get through this without taking a ton of damage. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Gloss, I take. Because we do actually have some luck effects, and I like damage. So, you know, it's kind of an easy take in my head. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like tidying up my room, and it's not because I need therapy and I should stop trying to psychoanalyze myself, you know, last thing on a Sunday night. I should stop trying to psychoanalyze myself when I'm in bed at any given time. I don't know about you, it's like the best time to do it in my head. Randomly spawns blue spiders in a hostile room? Nah. Don't really care for you either. Hopefully we can get another reroll before the floor ends. Because I'm not too keen on either of those items. And honestly, I'm in a position where I'm kind of prepared to leave them both. I'm not going to feel bad about that. I will move on from this because I think I've already talked quite recently about like adult life and being all into furnishing your apartment and things like that. But I will address maybe the elephant in the room, which is that yesterday's, the day before yesterday's video. So I think it was like episode 18 question mark was it was silent. It was a silent video, just a little treat for you. What happened was I've been starting and finishing my streams with my microphone turned off. God, that's quite a morbid image of Isaac with his mouth ripped up like that. Quite out of character for a video game like this to have such grotesque imagery. I know. Thank you. I am starting to become aware of the risk that I'm putting to this Eternal Heart, but I'm going to continue on my merry way because I don't want to get too distracted from what I'm talking about. But I start and finish streams with my microphone and desktop audio muted because I like to give the stream some leeway on either end so that people can like come and go. But to do so without my microphone airing the entire time. Because, like, I'm walking around doing stuff, man. I'm, like, just because the camera isn't on it doesn't mean I'm not here. I am still tangible. I'm still present. And I have shit to do. Ay, come on, man. Give me something, man. We could go play the arcade, maybe. Let's see what's in there. Again, we have so many hearts laying around. Like, a blood bank would be super nice. I am actually suddenly becoming wary of it using up the Eternal Heart. It does not. Very nice. I'm gonna play this as much as I can then, because I think we can get a payout here. And we've gotten a lot of IV bag payouts from the blood donation machine recently. So I'm also thinking, like, you know, Sod's Law, this isn't gonna happen, but... sorry. Sod's Law, this isn't gonna happen, but, you know, I'm waiting for it to be a blood bag payout, because I think we're due. I do think that we're due, and it would be unreasonable to not give me the blood bag payout this time around. We actually don't have quite as many hearts as I thought we did. I might have to, like... I might have to convince myself to chill out a little bit, just in case. But I'm gonna go and hit it a couple times anyway. That's what he said? That's what she said? That's what someone said it. I'm sure of that much, but I couldn't tell you who. I'll tell you one thing, it's not me. Okay, okay. So I think we're gonna head down to the next floor, huh? I don't think we have much more to do on this one. And yeah, the I like to give a little bit of leeway in the streams. And I was very upset when I found out. I found out on stream. Chat was like, "Hey, newest video didn't have any audio," and I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, I bet it was you." And then I went and looked, and it didn't have any audio for me. And I was like, "I hope it was YouTube." And I went and I took a look at the raw file, and I was like, "It was me. It was it was me not doing a good job of uploading the video." Because it turns out that I did not, and I do this. I've done this for every other recording, just not this one apparently, which is a shame. And it is. I mean, I think this is actually Sod's Law rather than what I was talking about before. That the one time that I didn't check the audio on the video was the one time that it didn't have any audio. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, let's all just chill for a second. I got a little nervous for a second there because I was just kind of like running and gunning without any game plan. And I got caught off guard slightly by these guys who shoot the beams. I feel like I feel like there are probably still a lot of people who are using another piece of software that I guess I'll name. Okay, I'll name because like I don't agree with the practices and like want to encourage what I would deem to be like appropriate response to the situation. So like to my understanding, what the deal is with what I'm about to talk about is that Streamlabs OBS, which is a piece of software, if you're not aware, that is used for. Oh no, my devil deal. It's probably for the best. We don't have a ton of HP. We have some though. Streamlabs OBS is a piece of software that a lot of people use for live streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and also for like recording as well, for content recording purposes. Now, I previously used Streamlabs as well as a lot of other people because I thought the interface was quite good. It was quite easy to use. Is that little bit cleaner than OBS, which seemed like maybe a more professional piece of kit, but you know, I'm not a professional. I'm like a small child. So I was using Streamlabs. I then discovered that apparently Streamlabs OBS is essentially just like a reskin of regular OBS, and you know, has been kind of operating under relatively rude practices of like sniping consumers away from OBS with essentially the exact same product. Like, and that's not just to say like essentially the exact same product. That is to say, like, because it's software, I think they just took the code because it's like open source and just also started doing what OBS was doing with their own product, which is, you know, not cool. That is, you know, for lack of a better term, stealing. And I can't get behind that, so I've stopped using Streamlabs, but I'm confident that, oh no, you know, a lot of other people are almost certainly not aware of that or don't care, and so are continuing to use Streamlabs. This is my plea: if you use Streamlabs, to just use OBS. It's really not that bad. Because it's just, we gotta set a precedent, right? And the people who set the precedent aren't it's never gonna be the company. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do to, like, make the most profit. Yeah, 28% damage up. I like that. Let's leave. Yes. But essentially, I think the moral of the story. Come on, man. I'm not gonna come on that one, man. That one's all me. I was just like scratching my ear. I was talking about Streamlabs. I'm done with Streamlabs. I'm like, I've moved on from the thought. Just don't use it. Use OBS. It's pretty good. I've just noticed my eye looks very funny with Sty. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this actually. Don't really care for any of this. I am quite excited though, because I'm like running low on things to talk about in this video, but I had the video where there was no audio, which means that I can talk about everything that I talked about in that video again, which is a big win for me, for obvious reasons. We'll take this. Okay, that was a little tight, but we made it work. So the original title of the video before I renamed it was Nightlife. The video was titled Nightlife, and it was a video. I'm not crazy about range up. What's my range? My range is pretty good. I don't really care about a range up. Okay, let's address this guy maybe. Ow. Okay, well, I've lost a little bit of my soul heart, but hey ho, these things happen. Okay, death, fool, moon. Let's use moon. I'm upset. Well, I'm not that upset. I'm a little bit upset. We're not in the position where we need money, like we've been to the last shop. Some bombs is fine. It's whatever. This is pretty nice though, to just like skip straight through to hit. I know I'm leaving some cards behind, but like, I don't know. In my opinion, it's not the end of the world. I feel like we're in a fine enough position to just kind of keep going. Yeah. Especially if we get Red Mom. She's I think pretty good to fight because she just stomps a lot. I quite like this. I think we're going to get Polaroid as well, right? Which is going to be super helpful. Which, it's going to mean that we can't go, because we're going to go to Shawl. We can't get through to the dark room, obviously, but it is going to give us like a little bit of extra defense and protection, which I think we could do with. Because right now, we're like, not weak in any sense of the word. We have quite a good bit of damage and a good bit of HP, but I just feel, you know, less confident on the HP side than I do on the damage side. For a run that isn't anything crazy, that is. Like, you know, this isn't a run where I'm like, this is in the bag, but I can do it with the damage that I have. I don't think I can do it without a little more HP. Ow. I'm actually upset that that just happened because I was so close to getting the devil, like having 30% devil deal chance unlock. And I just kind of whiffed it at the end. Is that Gish is now in there? We'll take a Polaroid, we'll take an Eternal Heart, and we'll leave. 5 HP with Polaroid in this situation, pretty good. I'll blow this. Hope some soul hearts. Thank you. I'm gonna pick one up now, just to be on the safe side. I'm also gonna take this if the creep goes away. Very nice. Oh no! Oh, I have such a hard time processing these enemies. I just can't like wrap my head around them. These, on the other hand, a little bit more manageable. Especially with Fear Tears. Sorry, that one completely snuck up on me. I'm gonna leave the Soul Heart until we find the boss room. Because I do want to try and get another devil deal, maybe. Like, if it's gonna be something really crazy, then yeah, I want it. But it would have to, I think at this stage, knowing what lies ahead, it would have to be something real, well, it would have to be less crazy now. I am going to pick you up as well, just because now I feel a little bit more confident. I am fully prepared to waste all of these soul hearts, but I couldn't be bothered to keep, like, holding stuff and backtracking and blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to, like, make it happen. I got impatient, and I'm ready to accept that that's my fault and my responsibility, and if this run becomes an L for it, that's fine. It's just a video game, we don't have to worry about it. I think it's interesting that I got so frustrated about the silent upload. Because I, like, you know, once upon a time I get really, really mad about games and losing in games. These days, not so much. I'll get, like, a little disappointed. Mad, out of the question, more or less. I will get mad at a lot of stuff in real life still, but I've got enough distance between me and video games. I'm gonna take you. That I'm not so worried about, you know, if I lose the match. As long as I have a good time. I will get frustrated or disappointed or you know, upset if I'm, you know, playing like a MOBA and I'm just trapped in this game. Like with League of Legends, right? People will just kind of hold you hostage in the game because they're being unreasonable. And you're like, well, I'm not having fun, you're not having fun. You're just like, I'm having my day ruined for no reason. And we're losing the game to such a degree that I essentially don't get to play. But, like, some games are still winnable. It is a matter of mindset. It's really hard to say when that is or isn't happening until it's kind of over. We've got a few hearts. We could try playing the Blood Machine, but I don't know if I'm crazy about the idea. We'll see if anything else kind of crops up. But until then, I'm going to remain tentative. That is more stuff cropping up, so I guess we'll do it. I'm gonna go for it, albeit quite nervously. I'm wondering if we had the opportunity to re-roll our IV bag on the other floor. I actually wasn't really paying attention to that, or if that was like an option for us. I am realizing that we take... Wait, did we... Hang on, what? Okay, holy. I did not fully capitalize on the Polaroid there, but I did get a couple of extra pops out of it, so I'm pretty happy with that. I do think that pop-up that came up for an unlock did say blood bag on it, which is a little confusing, because I thought I already had the blood bag. This is a double, that's huge. And now we only need one more heart. There's a half heart in here. That'll do me just fine. Let's push on. And if we find any more HP, we'll come back and continue playing the blood bank. But I'm not in the business of throwing my runs for an HP upgrade. Are we... We're trying to heal somehow. I'm not... Oh, he's healing. The little brain guy is healing. That's fine. That's none of my business. Sips tea. What was I saying? I was getting mad about the upload. And then eventually what calmed me down was actually being told that it could become like a bit of a meme in the future. Like, oh, remember when you had that one upload that was silent right at the beginning? That was so funny. I think that I'm being fair and true to myself when I say that as much as I want to be, and I do my best to be, and in a lot of cases I'm fine with it, I do struggle with, you know, being the butt of a joke here and there. Not like tremendously so. Like I can laugh at myself and I don't take myself super seriously, but I remain like somewhat earnest in things that I care about, in a way that if I screw them up in some fashion, I take it very personally, or I'm very hard on myself about it. I don't like super beat myself up over it. It's not like a serious problem, but like, you know, I'll mess something up and I'm like, fuck, oh, that's so frustrating, that's so annoying, I'm really mad about that. And then when someone, you know, wants to make, you know, I have a hard time seeing the funny side of it, you know? And it will I'll take more tears up for sure. I like this a lot. This run is, you know, not exciting, but very good, which is a position that I enjoy being in. I'm going to just keep going, I think. Yeah, sure. I don't really care enough about running back and forth to play the blood bank. We're already 34 minutes into this episode. I'll say that, oh my god. Considering I haven't really, like, I went to start reusing the content from the Nightlife's episode, or the Nightlife episode. It's just the one Nightlife. I don't some people choose to live one nightlife. I'm a gamer. I choose to live many. Was where I was going with that, but I got too caught up in laughing and then coughing and then laughing at my coughing. So it kind of stumbled its way out. It may have lost a little comedic effect in that span of time. Maybe it gained a little comedic effect if you found maybe me getting lost in my own coughing fit more humorous than the joke itself, which I would understand. Yeah, I think considering that, okay, well, there was no need for that. no need to blow up over it. Yeah, I haven't reused any of the material from that Nightlife episode yet, which I thought I was going to have to do today in order to get through the episode. But I mean, here we are. We're like 34 minutes in. I'm still kind of going. I mean, I'm noticing that sometimes my monologuing tends to get a little meta. That might be a bit of a cop-out. I do think that maybe meta is a bit of a cop-out writing technique or improvisational technique. So I'm going to work on not doing that regularly in the future. I don't want it to become like a super frequent habit, because it's a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card. And to just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk for 5 minutes about how good I'm doing at talking to myself for 5 minutes. You know? My grammar went a little hairy there, but that's fine. I'm not going to make that joke. There is a sketch. We could make very good use of this. There is a sketch on YouTube. And for those of you who know me personally will have seen this because we were talking about it a few months ago. There's a sketch on YouTube that has a very alarming name, featuring a word that maybe you would not expect to see in the title of a YouTube video. And it is a joke based on Grammarly that you're not going to get. Like, so this is the benefit here is that it's not a joke that has anything to do with phonetics or rhyming. So you're not going to be able to hear me say that it's a joke about Grammarly and then immediately go, oh, that sounds like this, so that's the joke, haha. I'm managing to maintain, I think, a little bit. This is like a real if you know, you know kind of thing. And that's about it. It's just if you know, you know. And it has a very alarming name, and it's about an app similar to Grammarly. And I was going to make a joke about maybe I need to go and check that app so that I can get my grammar back on track, but I very much can't say that, so I'm not going to. And I want to make note that I wasn't going to say it. If you know, then you know. And if you know me, then you know I wasn't going to say it, and I never would say it. But to, like, reference it, I suppose. And instead of referencing it directly, I've chosen to take another step. Like, so one step of abstraction would be referencing it as opposed to saying it. 2 levels of abstraction would be referencing it, which is where I exist right now. I was intending to make a reference or an insinuation towards it. I elected not to, and instead made an insinuation towards my intention to insinuate towards it. I'm back. He's back on the meta humor. He's being meta again. Oh no. We can take this for 2 red hearts and get 2 black hearts, and it's just going to be a big damage up, and then we can just rush into the Satan fight and have a wonderful time. Could we have gone to the chest like this? Maybe, but I don't think that serves our current goals, if I'm being honest with you. Let's use the Emperor. He's so good. He's so good at the video game. Are you gonna... Don't blow up on me now. Oh, I saw that one coming. And then we can kind of do one of these. Oh my god, he's taking so much more damage than I anticipated. I mean, I can afford to get a little quiet here, because this is like the end of the run. And I mean, we've made it as far as the last boss of the run, and I'm still kind of more or less going strong. Like 30 seconds of silence at the end of the video isn't going to be the end of the world. I think we've had much worse so far in terms of silence in videos, if you catch my drift. See, he's doing it. It's character development that I'm able to laugh at myself now. This has been a growing experience for all of us, and I'm so proud of everyone that was involved. Mom's knife unlocked. That's going to be huge for the Devil Deal game. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode of The Binding of Isaac. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.